Welcome to episode 196 of the DorkLair Collecting Podcast, recorded live on September 15th, 2022. What is going on, my friends?
It's been forever, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I started putting together everything with my laptop to get ready. I was like, hey, this goes here, this goes here. What am I missing? I don't know if everything's together. Man, what has it been, like a month anyway? So, at least since I've been on here, at least.
I think so, yeah.
Couple of quick things. Just a couple of highlights on my pickups because I've had just a deluge of stuff. But some of the highlights: the Mythic Nightfall Batman, the John Paul Valley, another amazing piece. It's like I told Bill and Chris. It's just about going to take an act of God to keep me from buying anything that Mythic does in this Batman series. Absolutely just amazing. Had some more Thundercats come in, Chitara. Let's see, who else? The Evil Lion-O, had Vulture-Man, had, what is the dude's name that was the... I can't remember his name. He's the blue and white tiger. Anyway, the Smith had the Mythic Boba Fett come in. I already had the Empire Strikes Back one, but they reissued both of them. So I got the Return of the Jedi. I never had an opportunity to pick that up. Again, Mythic Dark Knight Returns Superman. Holy crap, what a great figure. I think you got that, Bill. Yeah, just an incredible figure. Figure arts from No Way Home, the Iron Spider. Retail stuff I picked up. I picked up the new McFarlane Nightfall Bane, and holy crap, what a big, chunky piece of awesome that is. The sculpt on there is awesome. Oh, man, it's humongous. It just, pictures don't do it credit until you actually see the thing. That's most of what I got. And then one other thing, and this is the one that I kept out to show. I got the MPM, the movie masterpiece 12, Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. And you guys know I just absolutely love this version of Prime. I got the 3-0 statue. I have multiples of the retail studio series. This masterpiece is just like all the rest. It's a completely incredible just rendition of that character. The posability is great. The transformation is fun. There are a couple of things in the truck mode that folks have had complaints about, like the cat ears that stick up by the smokestacks, because there's some panels that they didn't create a way to fold down. I bought the add-on kit. I can't remember who makes those, but I bought the add-on kit for it that adds a little bit of height. It corrects that. It adds some details to the forearm. So I've not put that on yet. It's the first time I've ever bought an add-on kit. So this will be a new experience for me. Steph and I, as you know, we had contests a couple weeks ago. We did the North American Championships, and I won my IFBB Pro card. So now I am officially a professional bodybuilder. And essentially for someone like myself, what that means is my career's over because I'm not good enough to make an impact at that level. But it is something I've been working toward. I'm very happy. It was the best I've ever looked. It was Steph's first national show and her third contest ever overall. She made top 5 in her class. There were about 12 or 14 girls in her class, and she was in her all-time best shape. So obviously she's as competitive as I am. So she wasn't happy with the outcome, but we're both very happy with the way she looked. And we're getting married in 2 weeks and then Vegas after that. So it's just a whirlwind of awesome. I feel very lucky and very blessed. So
yeah, congrats on all of it.
I didn't realize the marriage was coming up, or the wedding was coming up that soon.
October 1st, man. Yeah, we're October 1st, and then we're going to stay at the Grove Park Inn. It's a really nice place up in Asheville. We're going to stay there on Saturday night. Then Monday morning we fly out, and we're going to go to Vegas for a week. And we just found this last thing, the most awesome, like Airbnb. If you're going on vacation, folks, that's the way to go. We got a killer apartment, a penthouse apartment with a balcony, with a strip view, about a third of a mile from the strip. It's in conjunction with the MGM Grand, so we have access to all of the amenities, the club features, the gym, the swimming pools, all that. $127 a night.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Right? I told her, I said, we better pull the trigger on that before somebody scoots it out from
seriously.
under us.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so we're really, and thanks folks for the congratulations. We're really happy. Now I just need October 1st to get here so I can get her locked down before she realizes the mistake she's making.
Wow. Well, that's quite the update. I don't have nearly as much to talk about.
You went on a cruise though, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I did go on a cruise. That was a lot of fun down to Cabo from here, out of LA, so not too far of a drive. But yeah, it was really relaxing. I had never been on one, but it was a good time, a lot of good entertainment and stuff. So that's not what I really expected. I didn't know how I didn't know. See, I guess I just didn't picture being on a giant ship before and how there's like an actual theater because it's such a big ship, and all that other stuff. So, but yeah, good time, had a lot of drinks. So I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I got down to Sammy Hagar's restaurant too. So continuation.
Oh, no
from last time we talked.
The theme, the Red Rocker.
Yes,
cool.
yeah. Just about the only toy I got in recently, or I guess a couple, was Dark Knight Returns Mayfix. I just didn't get to crack that open. And then I got a couple of NECA stuff from their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. I actually saw some things in store for once. I must have got there right at the right time. And some things I had on pre-order, like their Crooked Ninja Turtle guys and stuff like that, and the Rock Soldiers. So, but yeah, other than that, just hanging out and enjoying things. I'm gonna be going on a trip in about a month though to Ireland and Scotland with my wife.
Wow!
Oh wow!
Yeah, we had some time off, and then she's just much more of a planner than I am, because I would have been like, yeah, well, whatever, we'll wing something or figure it out. And she's been planning this like 10-day trip for the last few weeks. So finally got it all locked down.
Haggis and meat pie, brother. Get after it.
Have either of you guys seen, this is kind of random, but Figure Fan Nate went to Iceland and he was posting all sorts of photos and reels and stuff. It looked incredible. And now I want to go. I want to go to Iceland. And over here, it's not terribly long of a flight. It's definitely more for you, but like going to Iceland or going to like England or something like that, it's not that far.
Yeah, I know a couple people who went to Iceland when I lived in Jersey and stuff. They liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like I said, or like I showed before, this figure, people, don't sleep on this figure. It's still available. Like I think I saw it on Amazon Japan still today for retail price. Like, don't skip on this one because this figure is killer. This is such a good figure. I didn't do a review. I did like a mini review. I've been doing a lot more reels lately because I don't have time to do the full videos. But, I kind of want to do a review of that. And then I picked up, there was a sale on Mumra's, and I picked up a couple of them, mostly because they come with a C. Jessam cape. And one thing I did with it was the Mumra, the Super 7 Mumra cape I used as a skirt for Xenothon over here, the Stratos tribute. And I thought it was kind of cool as a skirt. I did put it on as a hood too, but I don't know. There's something just different about it as a skirt, and then the reds match. I just like this look.
Yeah, it works well. Did you mod it at all, or just kind of tuck the hood in
it's just
whatever?
It's kind of like tucked in there, like haphazardly.
It still looks great.
You could probably just cut the hood off, and then it would fit on there perfectly. But like right now, I don't know if you can see it, but the back is like pushed out a bit because the hood is like
I see. Yeah, it's just a little.
But but yeah, that's really cool. And then the extra one is going to be today's giveaway. So stay tuned for that. Cool. We'll do that probably like right after the Mythic Legions update, and yeah, it's got the cape, the extra cape in there. So we'll do that giveaway there. Something a little bit different than we usually do. What else did I get? Oh, I got Q. I got the Exo 6 Q. Actually, I've had it for a little bit, but it took me a little while to open it up and like pull it out. But it's might be their best one yet. It's really good.
Yeah, it looked very nice, nicely sculpting and everything.
Yeah, the likeness is excellent. Yeah, and all the robes and stuff. Let's see what people got going on in the chat here. So we got John picked up his Alithia pre-order finally. We're gonna do a little update on that. Revoltech Superman And then the Dark Knight Returns Superman that we just showed in the NECA Usagi Yojimbo. Sweet. That's a good haul right there.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see who else is in the chat. We got Steve. We got Jonathan. Braku Prime. If you guys caught the Four Horsemen live stream, they do a Wednesday live stream at 4 o'clock. It's called like Four Horsemen O'Clock or something like that. And he did their intro, and it's phenomenal. It's a really good intro. And I just want to say, excellent work, Braku.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check out the replay.
When are you going to make us one? But yeah, check it out. It's really nice. Let's see here. John Ingalls, the other John, got the Damn Toys Freedom Brothers. I'm not familiar with what that is.
What is that?
I think they're Damn Toys. I think they do 1/12 and 1/6 scale figures. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't really know that offhand either.
Nate Strong is in the house. Steve Wegling. Happy Accident. Well, you have your Stratos tribute figure already. I'm still waiting on every item I have ordered directly through Store Horseman. It's been like over a year, and I have received nothing. Their pre-orders are a year plus. That's what you're getting into when you order direct. That's the trade-off. You pay up front, and you get them for $37 or depending on what you order, and that's the trade-off. You're buying them before they go to production. So you're paying before they. Most waves, not the All-Stars wave, that one will be a little bit shorter, but most waves, they haven't even started tooling yet when they do the pre-order. So that's what you have to be aware of when you do pre-order from them. So everything that's a pre-order from them direct, you're waiting a year. That's the trade-off. Figma reissued the Leonardo, the Vitruvian Man. Not Leonardo the Turtle, the Vitruvian Man on their Table Museum series. So I was psyched to get that toy.
Yeah, I got that.
So that thing became hard to find, I guess,
nice.
huh?
I think some of them get. I don't think they get very pricey, but they're Figmas are a little pricier just in general, but I'm sure it was over $100 at some point.
Right.
It's a neat figure. Just it has the full 4 arms and four legs too, and you can pop it off and just make it 1-in-1 if you want.
That's cool. That's pretty sweet. Let's see what this says. Cyber Rat, what's up, dude? What do we think the over/under on the month the Poxis wave will start to ship? September, October? Are you talking about 2023? Because that's too late. I think Poxit, unless you're talking about like now, which I doubt, but my guess is they will start to ship. And keep in mind, Alithia started to ship in July, right? And we're already approaching October. So these waves are so big that it takes months for them to ship them out. But currently, I think it's set for Q1, so I'm going to say around the same. Like, I'm going to say July, personally.
Yeah, I'm reading. I just went to Source Horseman, and they say Q1 2023.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that'll get pushed a little bit, maybe into Q2. So I think, maybe spring or summer. Laura. Thank you, Laura. $10 super chat. Just glad y'all are back.
Thank you.
Sorry, Laura.
Thank you.
Laura's been hounding us a little bit because either someone's been missing or I had to cancel. I had COVID 2 weeks ago, my first week of school. So updates for me. My first week of work back to school, I got it the second day. I didn't get it at work. My daughter brought it home from her summer camp, but so I missed. So I had to be out I at least got in there the first day of work, and then I had to be out. In the 5-day isolation, luckily we had a 3-day week, so I only missed 2 days of work, but it totally threw me off, and I'm still kind of recovering from it. Like, I feel like I'm always like a hollow breath right now, like even though I've been, negative for over a week now, but so thank you, Laura. Thank you for the super chat, and again, I keep promising this every time we record, but I want to try to be more frequent. And I apologize for not. Let's see who else. Steve Williams is in the house. grabbed his first Figure Arts figure, Gohan from the new movie. Cool. That's Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Let's see. King Bromden in a trade. Eric, what's up, dude? Nate's asking, what about the first Cosmic Wave? I think that's like roughly the same time.
Yeah,
So
it's
I think that,
Q4, Q1, but
yeah.
they could get it late this year. But with all the holiday shipping, that's
Yeah. So I'd say, if I'm predicting Poxus will be spring summer, then I'd say Cosmic Wave 1 will be winter spring. So I'm going to say the month over under February for Cosmic.
And in between, there's still Deluxe Legion builders going out, and then those War of the Aether Blade.
Let's put this little thing up here.
War of the Aether Blade figures. Yeah, they I believe they all should be shipping in the next few months. Those deluxe orcs and elves, and then the 2-pack of Gorgo and I'm blanking on the other guy's name. Attila, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
which
those
they
look
showed
like awesome
actually
figures.
on that live stream that I was just talking about, the Four Horsemen live stream. They had paint samples, I believe they were. They had the paint samples for Gorgo and Attila. And so we were so the Legion's Lounge. So Nate's here. I don't know if Trevor's here. I don't think I saw Trevor in here tonight yet. But Trevor's channel, 1/6 Shooter, the Monday night show, Legion's Lounge, we had the game guys on there, and they're really the ones with all of the info on shipping and all that stuff. And they said that they're going to have an update pretty soon. And
cool.
Even though we ordered those 2 waves, so the like those builder sets, and then the 2.0 figures, like those were kind of separate orders. They are trying to consolidate and wait until everything is ready to ship, including all the coins and tokens and maps and all those other things. So everything will ship all at one time, so that people won't have to get charged an extra shipping charge or whatever. So it's going to be, it's taking longer because it's sort of waiting for the last thing to get produced, which I believe is the 2-pack, the 2 figures. Is it a 2-pack? I think it's a 2-pack.
I'm pretty sure they're packed like in a 1 box. Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing production samples on that makes me think, those will be shipping from the factory, maybe within the next month or 2. But
aren't there
we should
supposed to be
have
some autographed of those? Like if you order, like I forget, I think like if you ordered 1, you get autographed, and then I think there was other ones like you have to pay extra for an autograph or something. I don't know. Maybe they're shipping the boxes one place. No, that would be dumb. They would have that'd be way too much work. Yeah,
they would have to. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe they're doing that thing where they sign a card and stick, or maybe they sign a sticker and stick it on and then send it back to the factory and stick it on the boxes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here was a question. Happy accident. Yes, they did a Man-at-Arms homage figure called Unkin. It's an orc. It was their first homage figure, and it is also the hardest one to find, selling probably for like $300+. So
it's not even on eBay. I was looking that up just now so I can get an idea. It's not even on eBay. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it if you want to look at it. That's it. It's pretty cool looking. That's as close as you're going to get, brother.
Here, hold on. Hold it up again. Hold on.
Yeah. Here, take it in. Take it in.
There he is.
Oh, the beauty.
Own it with your eyes. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, look with your eyes, not with your hands. That was the very first one. It was that first PowerCon exclusive, and like Bill was saying, it's darn near impossible to find. And when you do, you're going to be, forking over a kidney for that sucker.
Welcome, Lago Figs. Welcome. I'm glad you were able to catch the live stream.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Does that include the deluxe orcs? Yeah. So that's part of that one too. It's the deluxe figures. Those are gonna be awesome. Like, just think of how awesome the barbarian is, the deluxe barbarian or the deluxe knight, and we're getting a male orc, a female orc, a male elf, and a female elf, all like the same kind of package. It's gonna be great. All right, let us move on. Let me pull down this banner. And yeah, so the shipping updates, I did want to just briefly mention that they said that, so what happened was they had four for Alithia, they had 4 containers coming in. They had 4 different containers. And we talked about this a couple episodes back, or I don't know, like maybe a couple months back. And the last 2 containers were supposed to be the all-ins, and then the final one was going to be the singles of the big figures, the moose and the centaur. And then the moose and the centaur one leapfrogged and came in, and they started shipping those orders out. And then the all-ins arrived. And this was like a week ago. The all-ins arrived. They paused those other orders, the non-all-in orders that include the big figures. They paused those, and they just finished up. I think they said yesterday on the live that they had just finished up that morning or something, shipping out the all-ins. So they're going to now resume the rest. So the people that are waiting, like myself, my order is one of those non-all-ins that includes, the big figures. Then we should be starting to see that shipment notifications coming out soon. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And then I think they're talking about maybe the first couple of weeks of October that they'll have the all-ins for the the deluxe Legion builders, which the single figures arrived and those started to ship, and now they're waiting for the all-ins and the ogre scale, the half giant, and then the half giant accessory pack. Excuse me. And then the retailer. So speaking of Big Bad, BBTS is shipping for Alithia tons of drops tonight if you need figures. Yeah. So what is today? The 15th. So the 19th is like the street date according to Four Horsemen. So it sounds like, you're going to start getting probably like shipping, they'll probably start processing these orders in the next couple of days and then ship them out, start shipping on the 19th. So if you have orders, and this is a great point, and Chris, you had mentioned this before, be checking Big Bad Toy Store, because people are either getting credit cards declined because they placed their orders so long ago, right? Or they are canceling once they got their notification, and they're canceling because, again, that's the benefit of ordering from a retailer like Big Bad Toy Store is you don't have to commit to it. It's not as much of a commitment, and you can cancel. So if you need anything, check it out. Maybe somebody can do a little do a little report when things are popping back up tonight while we record. So sorry, Chris, I just leaped over you there.
Yeah.
So Braku got a notification that the Alithia wave will be there in 5 to 7 days. Cool.
Yeah, I saw Marco asking if they'll ever do an all stars of the homage figures. From what I understand, that they're not intending to reprint any homage figures. They're just one and dones. They don't want to keep, they're not really stepping on toes, but they just want to respect. They understand Mattel is like fine with them, just doing that and just once off. So that'll be it for them.
So if anybody sees anything, let us know. If something pops up, we'll help the chat. If anybody's looking for anything, just like let the chat know, and people can keep an eye out as we record over the next half hour or so. Have Four Horsemen ever mentioned if they might revisit the Gothotropolis birds? The story is they don't have the molds anymore. I don't know if they became damaged or something like that, but I think though they said the molds, like they have the what is he called? Egalis. They have the Egalis one, but they don't have the other ones, I think, is what they said on that front.
So, because I'm not super familiar with the Goth whatever Polis, are those the same molds they used for that one wave of all the bird wave? Like, isn't like the Ethereans?
Yeah, the Gothotropolis is those are the birds.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was okay.
So
I thought they were branded differently. Okay.
So they're and they are Mythic Legions, like Etheron. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah, like so. There are some that are Mythic Legion. They are Mythic Legions.
I gotcha.
So the other update I was going to say is that we're like, just a little over a month, and we're about a month and a half away from G-Con and Legions Con. So planning wise, like be ready. Like November 4th, I think there's going to be a massive wave. There's going to be the next big Horseman wave. So we had Arethyr, then we had Alithia, then Poxis is still in production, and finally we're going to get the Necronominus wave. That's going to be the skeleton faction, Necronominus, and then the Knights faction, which is Aetheron, which is that that bird is there, and you have all the knights and the angels and stuff. So that's going to be a huge pre-order. It'll probably run longer. Like last year, it ran from early November till after Christmas, right? So it'll run at least a month. So you won't have to do it right at the beginning of November, but get your wallets ready because this is right around the corner. The next Legions wave. Checking the chat here. Yep. Be on the lookout, guys.
Yeah, just search Alithia, then you'll see there's still some things have come into the stock. I ordered the horse because I wanted to get another one of those. But
yeah, I didn't order the horse at all. I need to get a horse, but I think I'm going to take my chances with Legions Con.
Yeah, you'll probably have. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be there at the crack of dawn anyway in line just to get the exclusives.
Yep, yeah, I'll be there. The thing is though, like you go in, and you can either go to the exclusive line or you can go to the exclusive line is the Legions Con table, or you can go to the Four Horsemen table. So you have to sort of prioritize which one you want to do. Usually, I think most people they go to the exclusive and then they wrap around to the Mythic Legions general table. But
yeah, that's the way to do it.
Because the Sir Gerard last year, it lasted pretty much all day at the event, and stuff sold out before it at the Four Horsemen table. So
yeah, I'm sure they're prepping really hard for that. Like going to PowerCon, I'm sure they probably tried to get as many figures as they could, but for their own thing, I imagine they're going to be prepping pretty hard, and they're going to have stock for shipping too. So, or maybe. But.
Dave Orkin with the $5. Thanks, man. And speak of the devil, let's say a big thank you to Hedgehog and Braku as well. And again, everybody go check out the Four Horsemen o'clock this past week. Four Horsemen Studios' latest live stream. Like his intro's rad. Arik, Mike, J. Rue. Hold on, I gotta take this down for 1 second. Jeff, Josh, and Scouser, and then of course Dave. Thank you so much, man. Retro Rags. Guys. Get your t-shirts. All right. So that being said, we got our we're talking money here, and all this money is going to giveaways, and so we're going to do a giveaway. And like I said before, before we get into the news, we'll do this giveaway. Giving away, let me pull this down for 1 second. Yeah. There we go. So we're giving away a Mumra figure. Sorry, I ended up throwing away the outer box. I hope whoever wins doesn't mind. But Mumra figure for the giveaway. All right, everybody. And let me get our giveaway tool ready to go here. So, yep, got that. All right, we are collecting. And for Mumra, we've got a hashtag, if I can find it. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this. Banners, that's what I want. Thundercats, okay? So the hashtag is Thundercats, everybody. We got 48 people here. We're just almost at the 50 mark. And yeah, it is a great Mumra figure. So get in the chat. Yeah, hashtag Thundercats. And let's see what's going on here. While that's going on, we'll check out some comments. We have Brick something. That's a great Mum-Ra figure. It really is. It's a very cool figure. Do you think Four Horsemen will have the newer figures at RetroCon in Philly? When is RetroCon? Is that this weekend? If it's this weekend, then I'm going to say no. If it's next weekend, I think they could, because the retailers will have their stuff shipped out. Like everybody should have their stuff out by then. So if it's the 24th, then I would say maybe. All right, we got, let's see how many we have so far here. 28 entries so far, not bad. Still only 49 people. Let's go. Let's hit the like button, subscribe, right? There we go. Smash that like button. Thank you, Edgardo. Jacob wants to say, "What's up, Dave?" John. Ho. 24th. Okay, I think that means I think that con is the 24th. The RetroCon in Philly. Someone else is going to be there, and I forget who. Some Four Horsemen, but then also someone else.
Yeah, that was one I never got to when I lived there. I remember seeing, all flyers for it and everything, but I never got to RetroCon.
It looks cool. I like the logo. Every letter is a different pop culture thing. Like,
okay, yeah.
Like the R. What is the R? I can't remember what the R is, but like like the T. The T is like the Transformers T. Laura, you can't enter twice, anyways. The system doesn't allow you to enter twice, so it only counts the unique users. So don't go creating Laura 2 to get to get extra entries.
Let's see, Eduardo saying, I'm debating canceling my big bag toy store and taking a chance at the Olithia wave at the con. Depending on when Big Bad charges, you have up to 7 days to just return them, and then they'll fully refund your money. After 7 days, you get credit. So I don't know how the timing works on that when Big Bad charges, but you can roll the dice that way.
Well, Legion's Con is not till November 4th.
Oh, he said Legion's Con, not Retro. Okay. No, that's a bad idea then. I don't know.
I don't know, though. I don't know if that's a bad idea. Because, like potentially waiting to cancel. But I don't think it's too much of a chance to cancel. The only thing you're going to have to do, Edgardo, I think, is prioritize hitting up the Four Horsemen table first. And I really don't think this exclusive is just going to instantly sell out. So
yeah, that's true.
I think you'd have a pretty good shot at it. Now, be aware, like, it's not, like a single standard figure is not 37 there, it's 40. And a horse isn't 55, it's 60. So they aren't straight up the regular pre-order prices, but they are definitely better, right? $40 is better than 50. So
yeah. And Legion's Cons is a 2-day thing, right?
It is.
They're having one set of exclusives each day. That's how it is, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Saturday, I forget which day is which, but one of them will be Saturday and one will be Sunday. So you really got to go both days. And there's so many artists, and there's going to be quite a few like independent toy makers, and like there's just so much to browse around and so many people to meet and chat with that it really does deserve going 2 days.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd like to go back sometime for that.
That'd be interesting to hear. You know what I want to do? After this, we'll do a little poll. I'd be interested to hear if you had to choose which exclusive, like to go determining like which day you go. Like, I wonder what people would choose. Well, maybe we'll do a little poll after. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to spin the wheel. We have 32 entries. Okay, let me stick it up on the screen here. Share tab. Share screen. Chrome tab. And put this up here. Put this off. Okay, let's see. Oh, I just screwed it up again. There, that's good. All right, last chance. It's 9:06. As soon as it hits 9:07, I'm gonna spin the wheel here. Toy Pizza Plunderlings will be there. You're gonna want to do. Yeah, this is a good point from Nate. You're gonna want a decent sized budget to purchase third party stuff. That was my failure last year. I brought a few $100, and I went to the Mythic Legions table right after getting the exclusive, and I blew through, and I only had like $80 left, and I really just didn't have enough to get like a lot of stuff I wanted. So yeah, that was my failure. So I'm gonna bring more money in this year. The Furious 4 is day 2. Okay, Furious 4 is day 2. That's the 2-pack. And then somebody mentioned the other one, the unknown one. So
they haven't announced that yet, huh? Right? Or am I missing?
Yeah, it's like a big winged, big gnarly looking winged guy.
Oh.
Black, dark colors with like some red in the wings and stuff. Let me see. Hold on. Source Horseman. Waves. Wait, actually, I don't know if it'll be in the waves. I think you got to go to the full checklist. So, Mythic checklist. Is it under a Daith or is it under unknown one? I think it's the unknown one. I'm going to find it and put it up. Okay. So real quick, let's spin the wheel and then we'll put a Daith up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's spin the wheel. All right, everybody, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Who's it gonna be? I thought it was gonna be Oof. Calaros.
Yeah. Thought it was.
Calaros. Yes. I wonder
Awesome
if it's the Calaros.
Yeah. Life.
Congratulations, man. So just message me. You can if you don't have like social media, send an email to podcast@dorklair.com, or you can just message me on Instagram. And I might just ask you to kind of like prove that that's your account. But Calaros, congratulations again. Thundercats, Mumra, coming out to you. As soon as I have your address, I'll send it out next morning. So probably it be in the mail tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, maybe. All right. Okay. So, here's a good point. The day 1 figure is 50. Day 2 is 100 because it is a 2-pack. Yeah. So let's share. Let's remove this, and then I'm going to share that. I'm going to share. Oh, I gotta stop that screen. And I'm gonna let them a little slow with these things. This is the guy.
All right, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too. That's badass.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Mm.
Okay. All right, we are getting a little bit long on this
sorry.
beginning part of the episode. So congratulations again, Calaros. Shoot me a message. Yes, you're welcome, dude. And really, it's you're thanking all of the generous contributors with the super chats because they are the ones who are funding these things. And so thanks to you. And here we go again, Braku Prime. Great giveaway.
Braku.
Love hanging with you good people chatting about this fun hobby. Absolutely, man. Well said. And thank you. And there you go. There you go, Calaros. That's who to thank. Braku and the rest of the gang who, on a weekly basis, really, they keep donating money for the giveaways. Much appreciated, guys. All right, we're gonna move on here. Okay. Let's pull this down.
Usually the first half hour, 40 minutes is Mythic Legions talk. So.
Yeah, I mean that's our audience. But it's our primary audience is a lot of Legions guys, and the YouTube channel really has become. I know the podcast is still general collecting, but the YouTube channel really has become primarily Legions and like other fantasy things that comes in with Legions. So it's totally understandable. But here we go. So we have Mezco putting out their variant of Hawk P40. Okay. And it's really the same exact figure. Whoa, Hedgehog! Jonathan, dude, I cannot wait to hang at Legions Con again. So Jonathan, I met at ToyCon New Jersey early 2021, and then again we hung out at Legions Con last year. Such an awesome dude. And check out his YouTube channel. Did you get your Tyrus Flare video up? Because I saw that your daughter pulled the leg right off of there, man. Thanks for another great love. Awesome hangout. Awesome to hang out for a bit. Yeah, man. Totally. So we have Hawk P40 variant edition, and the main difference is just the color, and then it's got a different outfit. The jumpsuit's pretty cool. I have a feeling we're going to see some cool customs come out of this by just taking that jumpsuit and putting it on other figures. But for the most part, there's just nothing new here. It's the same figure.
Yeah. This is one I remember when this came up. I was like, we're not even like talking about, like, there used to be a time where like we would like text each other and be like, oh yeah, there's an exclusive going up and blah blah, and it's like now I'm like, I'm not really interested in this one. I mean,
Right.
like, I don't know why I need to get back. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to repeat everyone's complaints, but yeah, I feel like things need to like start coming out to get more excited for Mezcos again.
Yeah, they're in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
It's like all the stuff you pre-ordered trickles out so slow, and then you have these things too, but they're not as exciting when that's the only thing happening, right? Like, I think a line needs to keep like a nice rhythm and a nice cadence going, and Mezco doesn't have that right now, and I hope they get it back, with all their different brands. Whoa,
Yeah.
Another one, Scott Baker. Got to get the kiddos to bed. I'll have to catch the rest later. Great show as usual, guys. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Scott. I love your your profile photo too.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about Mezco, like where they're just like treading water in terms of like, it's pop culture as far as just keeping the collectors like in they're all waiting for stuff now, and it's no one's getting things in hand, and it's not like with Legions, there's some delays and this and that, but when things happen, it's like, I guess one thing is they release entire waves at a time, so then you get a lot of people get a lot of different figures in hand, and so there's a lot of things to happen. I'm not even offhand. I guess. Oh yeah, there's the 3-pack of the Pink Skulls was their last release, I think, but I don't remember their last retail release. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, but there was that interesting thing I was telling you about how they had that there was a Dorkside had a pre-order randomly like earlier this year for Dr. Zayas. So I put a pre-order in and I got a shipping notice the other day, and I'm like, I don't know if this why were they the only ones to put one up? And I totally didn't expect it to get fulfilled.
Some distributor had a bunch of extras in overseas, is my guess. Like somebody in Hong Kong or someone overseas had a big pile of them, and they sold them to Dorkside for like a deal or something, and then it took that long to get them shipped over, is my guess. I don't know. Like I don't think Mezco just like went back to production with that figure. Like
yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I mean, if they did, then maybe that gives us a little hope that they're going to do the Gorilla, the 2-pack or whatever. The other ones, which I would like, I'd buy. Yeah, the Wolverine. Yeah, that's right. That was the most recent.
Oh
one.
yeah,
and that is an awesome figure. That cool figure, that's a great release.
Yeah, thanks,
so
John,
that was the most recent one. Yep. But like so few and far between. And then just today, I believe, Big Bad Toy Store put up the what is he called? The Bad Brothers.
Bad Brother.
Yeah, the Bad Brother. And I ordered it because usually I wait and shop around, but that it's
no reason to now, right?
Exclusive to Big Bad now, so I don't really like have a reason not to order it, So I did order it right away. Pretty cool. $115. So it's like the same price as as like the Death Adder figure, right?
Yeah, more or less, it's like right in line. And they had I didn't put it on here or mention, but they had done a Kano Mortal Kombat Kano figure, and that
Oh,
was
right.
80. So I mean, one thing I'm glad about is like there's no real difference in pricing, and if anything, I expected the Kano to be like 90 or something. So
Hmm.
you know, at least with them being solo, the only people, they're not like there's no craziness
Gouging.
happening with the
Yeah.
pricing outside of
Right.
Storm Zone decisions to, you know, include dragons with figures and things like that.
Right. um. Yeah. So you know, I actually saw that figure. That I didn't see Bad Brothers, but I saw that other one you just mentioned on the direct Storm Collectibles site. So I think you're still going to be able to order from their direct site as well.
Yeah,
And
I know at least one or two other like Hong Kong sites that I normally order like 1/6 scale stuff from. They
yep.
like TNS figures is off the top of my head. They sell like Storm, so like I
Yep.
think it's just U.S. distribution,
Right.
but it's always more expensive to order from there anyway. So
Yeah. Yep. I can't get Mezco on the phone. Right. Email for over a year. Passing me up. Passing me off or pissing me off?
both
um,
probably.
yeah. Right. I, if you haven't tried it, I'm sure you have. It sounds like you've been trying again and again. I would also try their like portal on their website where it sends them an email through their website. The help email. I mean, I'm sure you probably did, but just in case you haven't, that's also another.
Yeah, I've gotten help through that method in the past.
Yeah. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, there will be a variant cover of this for sure.
Yeah,
It'll be
definitely.
like the New York Comic Con exclusive or something, which
Totally.
is right
Yeah.
around the corner. Yeah, this is a good point. Mezco never really like helps us understand why there's delays. Like they had that one live stream like over a year ago with Paige, and they don't ever really like come out and talk about it and give updates. And I think that's one of the biggest frustrations that a lot of people have. I personally am like, okay, like I can wait. I'm not gonna get all like up in arms and stuff about it. But I understand the people that do. It's totally like understandable.
Yeah, they just basically stealthily on their website update the it's like, oh, this is now coming out 3 months later. They're just shifting it by a quarter or something. Like you know,
Usually like because the date hits and then they have to
yeah,
update it
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
They don't send an email. That would be the nice thing if they had sent an email saying like, oh, your pre-order is now, you know, here. So
Yeah.
I
Somebody
keep
asked
my
this. Go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
honestly, my big wonder with them is like through COVID and everything, if they like lost their factory time or lost like because I just because as the was it Sammy was saying, Brian from Super 7 talks about, you know, securing the factory and stuff, and if you know they like what, you know, maybe I don't know how, you know, how good they are with their business, but you know if they, you know, couldn't pay for something and then they're like, oh, the factory moved on to something else, and then it's hard to get back in and get factory time because
Right.
don't imagine they're large enough where they're produced, you know, where they have something like locked in where they just, it's obviously not happening. So I don't know.
Right.
Just speculating.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like standard operating procedure. And I'm kind of the same mind as Bill. I certainly understand folks that get upset, but there's so much stuff that's come. And it's like, I have like all that stuff I talked about at the beginning, I still have sitting on the table in the collection room, just trying to find places on shelves to put it up and more stuff. I've got a box over here with a couple of figure arts things, the GI Joe classifieds on the big Walmart cards that I haven't opened. I mean, I've got a lot going on. So it's not like there's a scarcity. I mean, now if someone's exclusively a Mezco 112 collector, yeah, they're screwed. But I
Right.
don't think there are a ton of those out there. I mean, most of us are fairly diversified in that. Easy for me to say, fairly diversified in our collecting. At least that's the sense I get from following a lot of the folks that post online and are the typical posters. But
Yeah.
you know, it is frustrating when you put down a non-refundable deposit, and it's been. I'm going to mention this one because it's the one that comes up the most often. How long has it been since, you know, we pre-ordered the '89 Batman? You know, so who knows? So it can be frustrating.
January 2020. That was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So there you go. I mean, so yeah, there's definitely some frustration there, but at the same time, there's so much stuff coming from other places. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, hold off on that. I got other shit coming and a wedding and a honeymoon to pay for, so I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, and like
Yeah,
Figure Arts, it wasn't delays with Figure Arts. They just stopped making Star Wars figures.
Yeah, they didn't make anything for a while, and then all of a
Right.
sudden you have an Anakin reissue, a Vader reissue.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah, and then they announced the new Boba Fett, and I'm curious to see if they'll do anything with the Obi-Wan series. Who knows? I mean, and they've kept going with their Marvel stuff, so who knows? We'll see. There's always something coming, but boy, I would love to get my hands on that Gotham by Gaslight Batman or that '89 Batman. That's going to be fun. Yeah. And then it'll sit on the table and wait 3 months until I can find a place on the shelf for it.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm kind of collecting Masterverse now. I mean, I still only have Beastman, but I was able to order the 2-pack, which just shipped. I should have that this weekend. The 2-pack exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con, He-Man Skeletor 2-pack.
Oh yeah.
And then I did pre-order Zodak, and then I will probably get Stratos. Like, I'll get the ones that give me the classic vibe, So and this Stratos looks awesome. Like, I am probably gonna collect.
I haven't bought
a classic look.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything from that line yet. I pre-ordered that 40th anniversary He-Man, and I've kind of made up my mind I'm going to buy an alternate head for that because it's got that way too 1982 looking head on it. And the only reason I've not pulled the trigger on this, crappy Netflix show notwithstanding, is I am 100% on the classics line. Like, I've got all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid to get started on another one because I know me. I've seen what I do. Yeah. There is a part of me that's leaning towards trying to just collect that first 8-back, He-Man, Skeletor, Stratos, Man at Arms, Tila, that first 8-back and stop there. Right. Just like you said, Bill, get that classic feel, maybe get a Battle Cat. They're on, I saw one at Ollie's for like $15 or something. Maybe, but they're incredible looking figures. I absolutely love them. The sculpts are awesome. Every time I go into Target, I go over to that section to see what the new ones look like because they've just done a beautiful, beautiful job with these things.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll release another He-Man with like a head that'll look great on this current one too.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Alternate head that you could pop on there.
Well, and they've done really cool stuff like with the Battle Armor He-Man and giving him a beard, like little things like that make me go, it is so hard not to put because, we've got Mondo doing their thing. And I think I ordered 3 of those He-Mans because of the different, I think I ordered 4 so I could resell one and try to make some money back. But anyway, there's just so much stuff. But this Masterverse line is absolutely gorgeous. I love those Beastman pictures you put up.
Yeah, and it's a great figure. There's one issue where like the shoulders are a little out, like there's like a gap that's not supposed to be there because one shoulder's in more than the other one. But other than that, it's a cool figure for what was it, $32? Pretty solid. It comes with a ton of stuff too and some different looks. So somebody had asked about the 4-pack that went up today. There's the Origins 4-pack that was $150 for 4 figures, 4 Origins figures. I mean, I'm not really collecting Origins. I have 2 right now, but there's no way I would drop that money. I think there's like back metal accessories and fancy packaging, but still, like those are $17 figures, right? Like that should be $80.
Yeah, totally.
All right, and then so the other ones they announced recently were these ones. I don't think I'll get because I do have the Super 7 ones, but they're going to be doing the movie He-Man and the movie Skeletor.
Are these Masterverse or?
Yes, these are Masterverse. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to outdo what Super 7 did.
I mean, the only thing that these will have better will be the better articulation. Other than that, I think the 4 Horsemen sculpts are just going to blow these out of the water. And
it's just so hard to beat what the 4 Horsemen did on that Classics line. It really is.
Yeah, but neither of them have a head that looks anything like Dolph Lundgren. Really,
no. Well, and they couldn't do that because they technically couldn't do anything from the movie. That's why they called it the William Stout collection. Everything was from William Stout's design, so that's how they got around. Some way that allowed them to get around the licensing for that.
But if this is movie figures, then Mattel has some explaining to do, because that looks absolutely like I'm not.
Yeah, it's a pretty awful likeness.
Fun of a sculpt, but and like I saw their He-Man. I saw their Hulk Hogan at the store the other day, and it's like it's a really good likeness. Like it's a fantastic sculpt. It looks.
You're talking about the Elite. Yeah, that's one of the that's one of the new purchases I didn't talk about. That thing blows me away. It's gorgeous. The WrestleMania 1 Hogan, and you should see the Mr. T that they put out. People are taking that head and putting it on Valaverse and classified figures and making a badass, Mr. T. It's really cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So that to me, it's like, how did this happen? Right.
They must just not. I mean, Dolph Lundgren just must not be giving out his likeness rights, right? I mean, it must be that's the only explanation.
Yeah. Yeah. So like these two, I'm not going to get. The other thing we were going to talk about briefly was the McFarlane, the Avatar figures. Everybody's talking about this mech, which is really, even though the line is 7-inch, the Na'vi figures, the aliens that are like 10-foot tall aliens, those are 7-inch figures, and the human scales with a 10-foot tall 7-inch figure. So the human's probably like 4 inches, right? So this thing is not going to be some huge hulking thing. It's going to be more like a Joy Toy size, mech type thing. For like it's going to be closer to 1/18 scale, I think. Somebody saw it in store. Unparalleled Universe, the YouTuber, he saw it in store today. He saw it at Target today, and he posted up a short or a reel on Instagram. So it's out there. It's hitting stores already, but yeah, it looks cool, but I think a lot of people were assuming because it's a 7-inch line that it would be huge, but it's not. I don't think it's big. Plus, it's only $40. How could they do a 18-inch mech for $40?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Well, because McFarlane is the one toy producer that's managed to keep costs down. I mean, while Marvel Legends and Classified and everything has still gone up and up and up and up, I just went and bought another thing I didn't talk about. The Three Jokers Batman. I got it for $19.99. And if you hang out and wait for 15 minutes, a lot of these you can find on Amazon for $5, $10, $15. I got that Joker that I needed to get the last piece of the Dark Knight horse. I got that thing for $6.99 shipped. Yeah. And these are good figures and great sculpts, and they're that Robert Pattinson Batman from the Batman movie. Beautiful freaking figure, and he has it out a year before Figure Arts or anybody else has theirs out. So he's doing something right, and he's showing you can produce quality product and a lot of quality product in a timely manner without having to charge $30 for a 1/12 scale figure. I don't know what else is going on, because clearly, Hasbro owns G.I. Joe. Hasbro owns Transformers. They don't have to pay licensing for that. Mattel owns Masters of the Universe. They're not paying licensing. Yeah. McFarlane has to pay licensing for everything he does that isn't Spawn or that world. Yeah. And he does all that, and he still manages to keep a $20 price point.
Yeah. I don't know. And they're actually getting here too. Like you never hear someone like, oh, there's McFarlane figures are 8 months late or something. I mean, it's just like a nonstop. I don't know how they have. He's like got the one guy who can ship back and forth from China. Like no.
And problem. Have you heard anyone say, I can't find blah blah blah? Now the one frustration I've had is the Jean-Paul Valley Dark Knight or Nightfall Batman. That's a Walmart exclusive. But as soon as it's actually in stores, I'm going to be able to walk in and get it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're talking about exclusives, regular releases. There's no one saying, wow, I can't find X McFarlane figure, because he's shipping them, like I said, timely, quality, great sculpts. I have yet to have any paint issues. Exactly. Once McFarlane shows it, he doesn't show it till it's ready to go out of the factory. I don't think he even shows stuff till it's in the box and on the truck.
I
And
guess that's a good
and
point.
he
Yeah.
ships them in large enough quantities for, hold your breath, kids, the collector to actually be able to purchase them. And why can't everyone else do that?
The question will
Then
be,
grant
can
it.
he sustain this constant clearance price thing that is going on? Like, I think that can become problematic for a toy
It
company.
could,
But
it
the
could, but
volume,
so
I think
far,
the volume is so high that I
Mhm.
think it's kind of like, it's not like when Mezco stuff used to go on clearance every single time. It's different,
Yeah.
like, because the volume is so high on these Batman figures. Articulated Ninja got one, hoping it would be fit 112 military guys, but it will need lots of modding to fit 112 figures. Basically, take legs off or extend modding of cockpit. And somebody said they thought they saw they are 5-inch. The human would be 5-inch figures or so. The Navi being 7-inch. That would make sense if a 6-foot guy was standing next to a 10-foot guy, a 5-inch guy next to a 7-inch guy, roughly. I don't know how big the Navi are, but like they were gigantic, and you don't realize it until you see them together, right? Like you don't really realize it until later in the movie.
Yeah. They're like usually just separate, not with the people for scale.
Right. All right. Let's move on. Okay, so from seemingly amazing prices, this feels like a large number, but it's actually not bad. So it's 12,000 yen is, I think right now with the really good dollar exchange, it's like 80 to 90 bucks. I mean, obviously you got to pay shipping, which brings it up because it's a big item, but yeah, 80 to 90 bucks for the new SH Figure Arts Boba Enthroned.
$83.87 at the current exchange rate.
There you go.
Yeah,
But
it's
you got
really
to add another
ridiculous
like 4,000 yen shipping probably.
Yeah, so you can get it for $90. I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome because this thing looks great. All of the complaints that I had on that first Book of Boba, I guess it was Mandalorian release, that they've addressed here. It doesn't look as cartoony. The face sculpt,
Well, here's the
just
comparison.
yeah, there you go. I really thought that, and yeah, when he showed up clean in that second episode where he had the armor, it did look too good. But I think what they're giving us now is, well, let's just say this: the figure's going to be a whole lot better than the show was. I'll leave it at that.
The sculpts are like really incredible. Like both
Yeah.
of them look good, and they have like the the expressions are like on point. Like
Do I have the two?
that's just
Do I have both sculpts?
they're
or just the
really
one?
like, because there's been a little bit of time since I've said that
Yeah,
about
that's
Figure
both of
Arts.
them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they I feel like they kind of lost their way a little bit. I don't know. It's sometimes I think the paint applications kind of went downhill for some reason, as opposed to like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and they're like perfect. But yeah, these both look great.
It's funny how the paint applications can either highlight or obscure a sculpt. Robo put up a little thing on YouTube today where he was taking a matte spray paint, and you know how a lot of those Black Series human figures have that glossy look that just kind of obscures the. All he did was just give it just a coat of that matte, and it was like two different figures. So it's whatever they're doing with their paint application now, whether they've adjusted that digital printing or whatever it is they're doing, this does look a lot better.
Yep. Does it have a magnetic jetpack? I wonder.
Look
Boy,
like
that's
it's showing, right?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Pretty
Interesting.
Cool. And then so you have the throne with it. And if you look closely at maybe this other, I thought there was another picture of the throne. Yeah, this one. If you look closely, you can kind of see some nice paintwork on the throne, especially on those like on those what are the Rancor heads, I guess, right? Like
heads.
those. It looks really good. It's a nice piece.
One thing that Figure Arts has always done is they've done a good job with little accessories like this, like with the Final Battle Thanos, it came with some wreckage. Some of the rock work that came with the Final Battles, Tony Stark, that Death Star from Return of the Jedi set that you traded me, Bill. I mean, they do a really wonderful job with their companion pieces for these 12 scale figures.
Yeah, Sammy mentions the Death Star throne. I think you're right, Sammy. I think it will be a hollow plastic. It's not going to be some thick, heavy piece. It'll be a lighter piece, but it'll probably look pretty good. I mean, I think of things like Darth Maul's speeder,
Yeah.
or
Right.
like Yoda's chair, like all the little like extra side pieces always look pretty good in my opinion with them. And it looks like it does have the rocket firing thing. So pretty cool piece. That's one I did end up ordering. So the thing is, like, I'm not loving how the Hot Toys Boba Enthroned Boba looks. I don't love that it's like very textured and lumpy compared to what it looks like on screen, which it probably is fairly accurate to like the prototype, but I just think the texturing didn't scale right, and it doesn't look great to me. Like I have the weathered one. Like if I wanted a weathered, super gritty looking one, I have it. I wanted like super clean Boba Fresh, right? Like I wanted that.
Yeah.
And I was hoping they might, smooth it out a little bit in production. So if I get it, it'll be only if I find it on one of those like coupons, which they've been doing a lot lately. Like if it comes in stock and it's eligible for a coupon and I can confidently buy it and then flip the figure and keep the throne and wait for the next Boba Fett. That's the only way I'm going to do it. And so for now, I put this on order. If I end up getting the Hot Toys, I'll probably cancel the figure arts. But that's my approach. A couple other 6-inch Star Wars figures. The top row, the top two, those are, I think, Walmart exclusives. And this is next week, this show, I believe. It's like a week from today.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, right.
So we have Andor. It looks like we have an Imperial. Actually, yeah, we have an Imperial like disguise. Maybe it almost looks like an Imperial kind of armor type thing, and then an Imperial officer. So those two are the Walmart ones, and the bottom two are Target. And you got a couple Imperials there. Nothing exciting to me. And again, I'm not really doing 6-inch Star Wars right now, but I'm just excited for the show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this show, and the fact that they did 2 Imperials, I'm like, oh, maybe Hot Toys will do one of these Imperials, like OT era, like black uniform one. That'd be neat.
Very cool. Yeah, this show's gonna be great. And then Hot Toys, this has actually been up for a while, but it's been so long since we recorded. Last time we recorded it was the Inquisitor, or the whichever, the fifth brother, whatever number brother he is, the Grand Inquisitor. That's what he is.
The Grand, yeah.
I think this Reva looks great. I'm not going to get it, but if I were to get one or the other, I would lean towards Reva. I liked her character better than the Grand Inquisitor, at least in the show itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this looks pretty good. Pretty good likeness. I like that. I like the cloak. $260.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
sculpt.
Reva.
A lot of
The hair looks amazing.
Yeah. It's gonna take some time.
And then we have current pre-order right now. I am pumped, and the price kind of reflects the detail on this, because this is high. This is the most expensive one they've done. But the Exo 6 Locutus is now up for pre-order with, I think, springtime release, March. I think the release window is like March or so. But yeah, so this is the set. So I have it right over there. The Q figure is the first TNG figure they did. Now they did Picard and Data, but those were first contact. And this Locutus of Borg will be the second TNG figure that they did. So they're kind of doing some really interesting ones first for the next generation. But this is, oh my God, I'm so pumped about
that thing looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that's very nice, impressive.
That head sculpt is just awesome.
Yeah, it's got a light up thing. They had an issue with Australia, as some of you probably have heard. Australia has stopped allowing insert batteries to be shipped in toy and products. I guess I don't know, like if it's every single type of product, but I think there's 2 options. There's an option to order it with the light up features, and I didn't really look into it too much, but there's an Australia option. I'm not sure if it just means they took the batteries out, or if it's going to be like just a completely like doesn't have the function. I'm not entirely sure about that, but there's 2 different options if you end up ordering it, so pay attention there. Does he have a push button or pull string where he says phrases? That'd be funny. It is high. Hey, Paige, what's up, dude? It is highly detailed, and I'm still super jazzed about this line. I did skip Archer, and I haven't picked up an original series figure yet because they've only done the Mirror Universe stuff. But other than that, I think I'm complete still on it, except for those two. It does look great, yeah. Even like a lot of non-Star Trek fans have been, like, oh my god, that's an impressive figure. And I think this is our final one. We have another 1/6 scale, the 90s animated series X-Men figure from Mondo. This time we have Magneto. He's a fully loaded figure. They're again though with the figure with the plastic cape, like that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me. Like I mean, maybe they could have included both. Like that's what I always thought would be the better option. But
yeah,
just
oh, whoops, wrong price there. The price is $225, not two. Sorry, I had carryover pricing here. Copy pasta, but all the different looks here, different head sculpts, morph, and then there's the kit there. $225. Unfortunately it's already sold out because it was a 48-hour pre-order window. So, this is kind of old news now. But I wanted to put it on there because we recorded last time was before this even went up. So just to put it on people's radar. Chris, do you have the Wolverine?
I do. I got the one that's in that's in the bed pose.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like in the box.
Yeah.
And so I've been very on the fence whether I even want to keep it because I'm like, I got it because it's a cool exclusive and it looks like that. But I'm like, am I really going to display it like that?
Right.
Do I do it? Can I have so many other X-Men 6-inch scale figures? So I'm like, I might just keep that. Like I didn't order this one, even though it looks great. I like that it has like those magnetic features too, like some of the hands and the other things. So, but yeah, I got that one, but that's probably gonna be the only one I got. I'm gonna pick up.
Yeah. So the morph head. So I think Wolverine also came with a morph head, and it sounds like maybe that's going to be like their goofy thing that they do with.
Like he can be
with
everybody.
this line. So yeah. But I think so. That's it. That's the last one in the news. Let's check the chat one last time, and then we'll call it a night. Did I miss? Yeah, Paige. We talked about. It was just what's his name?
Hawk P40.
Yeah, Hawk P40. Yeah, that's who we talked about.
Do you have any updates, Paige? Please.
Yeah.
Paige.
Because we had nothing.
When's Batman 89 coming out? Logging off right now. I think Dan Fessenmeyer did the packaging for the art for the packaging. Cool. Oh yeah, Battle Cat, right? Like that's right. There's a Battle Cat from Mondo coming.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be nuts.
Only getting one of those.
Yeah. Batman 89. He who shall not be named.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah, Paige. King Conan. Paige. King Conan. When's he coming? Come on, Insider. All right, let's wrap this one up. Again,
Crickets.
Congratulations to Calaros. I haven't checked my my messages yet. Maybe you already messaged me. If you're still in the chat, just don't forget to message me, and I'll send me your address, and I will get this out to you. And we should be back next week. I think. Are you guys around next Thursday?
I'm good.
Cool.
I think so.
Thursday after that, I won't be because that'll be 2 days before the wedding.
Weekend,
and we'll be running around with our, I was gonna say with our hair on fire, but I can't really say that.
Yeah. No King Conan updates. He's hoping we'll get something interesting this weekend. It's Batman Day weekend. I mean, the only thing that's going to satisfy all the people who are asking for updates is if Batman Day, they announced 89
It's
is
shipping.
in the mail already to people.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
yeah, thanks, Steve.
speaking of Batman Day, if you guys want to follow an awesome cosplayer on Instagram, follow Whack Matters. He has the best Batman costumes. He's got better stuff than they have in the movies. So check that dude out.
What is the name again?
Whack Matters. Let me see if I
Okay,
can find
Whack
his spelling. Let's see. Yep. WACKMATTERS. His name is Matt Wacker. He does Batman and Indiana Jones cosplay. And dude, this guy is freaking awesome. He is badass. He's got
I'll
some
check
cool
it out.
stuff.
If you think of it, I mean, this isn't going to help the audience here, but if you think of it, message me later with the.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
We got a last minute.
Got it in.
Just slipped it in right before the end here. Brick something. Good night, folks. Always a great Thursday wind down. And so thanks everybody. Again, we'll be back next week. Planning to be back next week. I always say that we will, and then sometimes it doesn't quite always happen. But so thanks a lot, everybody. And until next time, may the force be with you.